evening and welcome to Formula Pi Round 3 Racing Part 1. Tonight we are doing the last round of racing before we go to our live final next week, where 5 robots will be competing to be crowned Formula Pi Winter 2017 champions. Looking at the table, as things stand going into this round, it's very, very close. We've got 5 robots sitting at the top quite happily. Swinders at the top of the table there with 36 points. But he's not safe. If he doesn't do well in tonight's heats, it could be curtains for Swinders. Everyone is very, very close. Nobody is safe. Nobody is secure in their positions. It's anyone's game tonight, which is very, very exciting. I am just loading up the chat because I realise that I haven't done that. So good evening. If you are joining us live, please pop into the chat, say hi, let us know where you're watching from, whether you're enjoying it, say, anything you like. Bar swears, please. Be nice. General rules of Formula Pi. Be nice, because we're nice. So next up, we'll get on with who is going to be racing in our first heat tonight, whilst I fire up the spin view and wind up the cat that controls it upstairs. First up, on the left, on the outside lane, we have the Solar Cats from Albuquerque, New Mexico. They are a team ranging from beginner to intermediate in Python, C++, C# and Java. They are currently sitting 16th on the leaderboard. Sadly, they are outside of the points to get into the final, so it's going to be really sad to see them go tonight, but hopefully they'll go out with a big finish. Next up we have the Halo Goodalls from Surrey in the UK. Formula Pi finalists from 2 years previously. They've got a 5th and a 3rd under their belts. They're currently sitting in 3rd place, looking fairly comfy in that top 5, looking to go through to their 3rd final of Formula Pi. They've done really well so far this year, had some really good results in the collision and the racing, so hopefully they'll do more well tonight. Great English. Next up, Pi, the team from Poole in the UK who try to make me swear every week, and I thank them for it. They are currently in 10th place, so with the win tonight it could take them into the top 5, just they would squeak in with 28 points. So fingers crossed for them if they can do well tonight. We'll see them get into the final. And next up in the 4th lane we have Lambda P Racing, a previous Formula Pi winner. They were last year's champions, running a Java-based code base, so different to everyone else. They've done really well this year, winning a couple of rounds and winning their challenge heats, and looking really strong, currently in 4th place on 28 points, so points tonight will secure their position in that top 5 hopefully for them too. And finally, one of the teams I've had most fun with this year is Team Sjesmo, Code Club number 1 from Keller in Norway. There are 2 teams from the same code club, and they've done fantastically well. They're sitting in 7th, they've won a few heats, they've won a few challenges as well, and have had a really good showing from both teams actually. They are currently on 26 points in 7th place, so very, very close to that cut-off of the top 5 positions. Also, on the other microphone across the office from me tonight, I have the lovely Tim Freeburn, who will be assisting me on commentary tonight.
I shall try. I'm not wonderful at the commentary, but I can say words sometimes.
Do your best.
Mm.
And I'm allowed to talk to you intermittently when you don't have complicated things to do. That's definitely allowed. Next week, I could potentially have a very special guest joining me on the old commentary, which will be very, very
exciting. Amazing.
I know, I'm very excited. We'll announce who that is later on, so that's something to stay tuned for. But I think we're all good to go right now. I think we're looking good with these robots here.
We are ready, so...
Excellent. I'll send them away. So for anyone who's new to Formula Pi...
Okay, start the light sequence, please.
Got here lined up. They're all autonomous. They're going to drive around all by themselves. They've got 10 minutes to do as many laps as possible, and they will go when they see the second green light. So it'll go green and then red and then green, and then hopefully we'll have 5 robots away. So looking here, strong for Lambda P, they're away. That is Solar Cats on non-start on the outside, making a slow start to get away. Now everyone's away, crashing in the corner. Here everybody's Lambda P tangling there on their hairpin. But that looks like Chitty Pi are taking a strong early lead, closely followed by Sjesmo, bringing up in 2nd place. Solar Cats still seem to be spinning around on the finish from the start line. That is the first 2 cars across the line. Oh, Chitty Pi just tried to avoid that robot there and spun out of the way, meaning that the Sjesmo team have gone off ahead, really strong now. And we're looking hopefully to get maybe 5 laps so they can get good evening, I can see everybody else on the track. Swinders says, do I have my mic on? Yes, I have. I think it's turning me down. Can you turn me down, maybe? can't tell. Is that better? I feel like somebody may have turned me down. I'm going to turn Tim down a little bit. There we go. I think that might be better. I'm not sure why my mic is so quiet tonight, actually. We did notice whilst we were doing a little sound check that I was quite quiet. And Tim is normally in charge of the microphone, so I let him do the technical. So checking back in with the racing, Chesma Team 1 has got 4 laps under the belt. Halo Goodles have crept up now to second place. That's a bit of that's a big bang there between one of the road. I think that might be the red light of the Solar Cats there, smashing into Chippy Chippy Pie Pie. Now completed their first lap. Yeah, everybody says my mic is really quiet. Tim, how do I turn my microphone up? I'm very echoey and I'm picking up on your microphone.
Well, you can shout across the room into my mic if people can hear me on this one. Can you confirm that you can hear me on this?
I think.
Can people hear me okay?
I think people can hear you fine. It's just I'm very, very quiet, very echoey. So, how do I change my microphone settings?
We will need to go into microphone settings in Windows.
This sounds technical. I'm going to try to do it and see.
There is a gain setting. I don't know why. It's Windows updates. They come along and they change all the settings. Lovely.
I believe so. I'll try and keep really close to my microphone and speak a bit louder, but hopefully I won't take up so much on Tim's one. Sorry everyone, this is a bit awkward, but we are now 3 minutes in. And see, the Halo Goodles have taken the lead there. Chesma 1 are in second place with 9 laps. Chichi Pie Pie with 7 laps in third place, and Solar Cats and Lambda P bringing up the rear. But this will be great for Halo Goodles. This will really solidify their place in the competition. Yeah, everyone says that you sound really loud and I sound like I'm in a cave.
Scream across the room.
No, that's not going to help. No, turn it away from me. Turn it away from me. Moving my phone this way a little bit so I'm out of the echo. Tim's going to bring you.
Turn your microphone off.
Alright. Little microphone switcheroo, sorry everyone. I'm probably really loud now. Just put it here. There we go. Is that better? Am I now a bit louder? So we've turned off Tim. Tim's now silent. He's now a complete mute in the corner. Hopefully I should be better now, I think. Anyway, back to the racing. The more important stuff. Halo Goodles currently on 11 laps with Chesma on 11 laps too. It's very close between the two of them. It looks like, however, they're tangling there in the corner and stopping each other from going any further. Probably giving Chitty Chitty Pie Pie a bit of a run to get closer. So now, there we go. I'm here now. Hopefully, is that better? If everyone can tell me that's better, that'd be lovely. We've just we've just unplugged my mic and stolen Tim's one. So he's basically silent in a corner now. So you're going to have to tell me what you want to say if you want to say something, Tim. But you can just be a mute for tonight. That's wonderful. But this is really good. So for the Halo Goodles, this is great. This really does help out their positioning. So let's just consult my little leaderboard that I made. Let's see where we're at. So for the Halo Goodles, if they get 10 points, that puts them up to the top of the leaderboard. Chesma 1 will push themselves into the leaderboard here if they get 10 points. So it's tight between those two. Chichi Pie Pie, again, for them, that would push them up into the top 5 if they got 10 points. Lambda P, this could be a bit scary for them if they stay in 4th place, and they've got their 5 laps now, which is fine. But that means that they've got 4 points, which means that could push them down. So this is difficult. Pico, I did send a DM today saying, can I have your thing? Sorry, I was a bit last minute, but I have my spreadsheet prepared this time. I'm actually more organised than I've been ever before. I had a bit of time off work this afternoon. I managed to finish early to get my homework done. So hopefully tonight we'll be a bit more organised than we were. So this is looking really tight actually. The Halo Goodles now just crept ahead of Chesma by 2 laps. So this is good. We're looking good for this. I'm so excited to see who's going to end up in the final because it really is anyone's game. There's about it does look. Tim has just said someone looks like they've reset. That could be Chesma. I think number 75 there on top has stopped. That is Chesma, who have just had a bit of a bang and a reset. So hopefully Oh, is that another one that's reset as well? Is that 2? So that looks like... Is that the Hail of Goodalls? Oh, such peril. I think that could be the Hail of Goodalls. I can't see them moving around the track. Sorry, the dreadful curse of the commentator there has completely scuppered this. Oh no, this could be anyone's now. So Chitty Chitty Pie Pie have overtaken Chesmo, and it looks like they could end up taking the lead, which would give them 10 points, which would put them into the top 5. Just. I don't think they're going to stay there, judging by the heats we've got coming up later on. But this is looking really tight. Felix, yes, I do read the chat. I do just pop back in, but when there's stuff that's happening everywhere, I have to try and keep my eye on the racing and the chats. But yes, I can see you. Hello. Chesmo for the win, definitely. And thank you for helping me pronounce it. I hope I'm doing it justice. I hope I'm doing it well. So you can see Solar Cats, Chitty Chitty Pie Pie and Lambda P having a right little battle there on the exit to Headbanger, all stuck on top of each other. The Hail Girls are still in the lead with 3 minutes to go, but I believe they are stopped, and I think that we have a restart there. I can see that the Code Club team have got their light back on again, which means that they are good to go. But I think that might have been a restart for the Hail Girls as well. So Chitty Chitty Pie Pie are now taking the lead. They've got a lap ahead. That's 10 points for them. Hail Girls will be getting 8 points for this by the looks of it, if things stay the way they are. Short of anybody smashing into the back of the Code Club robot and it getting told, well, something looks a bit different, you should go. Same with the Hail Girls. Stuck. That is looking like this could be this is an interesting little heat, this one. This is really, really tight now. 2 minutes to go. So maybe 4 laps maybe we could fit in here before the end. So that could give Chitty Chitty Pie Pie the lead here. But I think Lambda P and Solar Cats are probably too far out to get laps up onto the leaderboard right now. I'm just amazed at it, because this is not how I had it penned in to be. I had my ideas as to who would win, who would do well, and it has been a complete mix-up. It's been a complete change of order. Now, I can't see the Hail Girls right now. Have they restarted? No, they're still stopped. I think I can just see them poking up above the other S's there. I think they have stopped. Although Solar Cats might bash into them here if they just go tight enough. Not quite. Not quite. So I think this could be it. This is close. Minute to go. Chitty Chitty Pie Pie now with the most laps in the bag so far. This will be the first win for them in a race. So this will be a great result for the team from Poole in the UK. They've only had 4th so far in the races, so this will really be a great way to finish the season for them, and hopefully will give them a few points to push them into the top 5. Like I said, they'll just be skirting on the outside of the top 5, and 28 points could be enough to keep them in the final tonight. Like I said, no one's safe in that top 5. It could all change, and we could end up with a completely different top 5 by the end of this racing tonight. So I'm excited. I'm going to live update my spreadsheet as I go, so hopefully I've set it up right so I can just pop points in and I can see who's where by the end of the night. We can have then an up-to-date top 5 to work with tomorrow. Fingers crossed. I've done my spreadsheets right. So let's see. Last 8 seconds now. I don't think Chitty Pie Pie are going to get another lap in, but I think that's going to be it. Shame for the Hail Girls and shame for Chesmo as well. That was really unfortunate for them to get a restart there with their robots getting bashed at the last possible moment. That's it. Race over. So let me record that for posterity with my phone, because I need to update this later with lap numbers and stuff. Right, so there we go. That's it. So results so far in reverse order. We have the Solar Cats in 5th place with 8 laps. We have Lambda P in 4th place with 10 laps. In 3rd place it's Team Chesmo from Keller with 14 laps. In 2nd place it's the Hail Girls with 16 laps. And winning that first heat tonight, it is Chitty Chitty Pie Pie with their first win of the series in the bag. 18 laps. So that's a pretty good first heat mixed up. Tim is loitering with intent.
I'm going to try and fix your microphone.
Oh, this sounds really, really
boring.
terrifying. I've muted it in the OBS so that it.
Yeah, there we go.
Somebody's turned me down.
It's Windows updates. It loves to change your levels.
Oh, wonderful! So are you going to take that back now? So I'm going to.
I will take that away.
Hang on, I'm still attached. He's running away with the microphone before I had a chance to take my headphones out. That is terrifying. Right, off you go. You can take that now.
Okay. Bring this back out. There we go. I'm back now. I'm a bit louder now on this microphone. I think that's better. My levels look better, and I can see myself bouncing up and down, and I'm not catching on Tim's mic as much, which is brilliant. So, sorry about that. It appears like all of the levels were changed in the back without us knowing, which is fabulous. Now Felix is saying I'm saying yellow wrong. Oh, I've tried so hard. Oh. So that's it. I'm going to update my spreadsheet right now with those results so that I've got an up-to-date version. So we have the Halo Goodalls, who will have got 8 points. We have Lambda P, who will have got 4 points. We have Team 1 from the Code Club, who will have got 6 points. Oh God, you can tell that I'm thinking about other things whilst I do this. Chitty Chitty Pie Pie, 10 points to you, Chitty Chitty Pie Pie. And Solar Cats with 2 points. Fabulous. I've updated my thing now. There we go. Oh, just as Aaron took it away as well. Right. So we've got one more heat to do tonight. We're going to do 2 heats as usual because we have homes to go to and you have dinners to have, I'm guessing. Or breakfasts.
Sorry?
Or breakfasts.
Or breakfasts.
Depending on where
what
they
part
are.
of the world you're in. Right, so I'm going to do my sponsor's message if I can find it because it's important and we wouldn't be here without the lovely people that have helped support us along the way. So everyone who supported the first Kickstarter, everyone who's backed us with other projects and buying our things, and the lovely people who have chosen to sponsor our series this year, who are electromaker.io, hardware hacker community, based online, have some wonderful forums and how-tos and things. Go and check them out if you're a hardware hacker. The lovely Pimaroni from Sheffield, who today were running around like crazy people because of the Pi 3 Plus launch today, which is very exciting, so go and check out their stuff and give them a pat on the back for being awesome and shipping everything out as quick as they do. Self-driving track days. Alex and the team will bring a real life car with lots of autonomous goodies attached to it and do track days wherever you are. Check them out. IQ Audio, who we will see racing tomorrow night. All their lovely DAX and AMP hats for the Raspberry Pi. ITI, Data Interoperability Specialists. I work for them and design a product called CADFix, which is designed for CAD translation. Check them out. We have lots of lovely CAD things if you love CAD, like I do. Posix, indoor GPS positioning modules. We use them on the Raspberry Pi. They're going to be used in the next series of Formula Pi, so check them out. Hot Packers Brewing Collective from Canterbury. I'm so looking forward to seeing Hannah and Tristan this weekend. We're all meeting up and going to Comic-Con, so it'll be great to see them. But check out their Facebook page. Also, Mod My Pi, who are also doing the Pi 3 Plus launch today as well, and like crazy people. So go and check out their store and buy them a beer as well for doing awesome and shipping things out at crazy speeds. If you're interested in sponsoring Formula Pi next year, it's info@formulapi.com. Check it out. Send us a message. Send us a message anyway. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, that's it. Breathe. Right. I am going to have a little breath for a minute. I think, let's have a look. Rasperras, I can see George in the chat room. He said, I think we're already out with the results. Yes, I think so, because the threshold has moved. I can see now there are 2 with 32 points, and I think short of you having an absolute miraculous and getting an extra 10 points from somewhere, I don't think that's enough, but we'll come to you in a minute. Easy now. So, I've lost where I am. Spin view? Is that where I'm at to? Yeah, Tim's waggling his finger at me again, which means I've forgotten to do something somewhere. So, next heat 2. We have first up the house robot, which is one of our base code lines.
Crikey, it's been a really busy day today. It's one of our base code packages that we give to everybody to start with. It's running the most bog standard code. It doesn't do anything special. It just drives around like a autonomous robot, really. It's boring.
Crashes into everyone.
Yeah, crashes into everyone, doesn't do any avoidance. That's what we've designed it to do. Next up, Team 103, Fast Star from Toronto in Canada. Countless lines of code they list their experience as. They're currently sitting in 19th place, so too far down the leaderboard to make it into the final, but we've really enjoyed having them here this year. They've done really, really well, getting a 5th and a 3rd in their racing. So yeah, good luck to them. Next up, previous Formula Pi winter season champions Enigma, on a bit of a resurgence this year. They've had some really, really good results. Currently sitting joint first with Swinders, so hopefully a good result here will secure their place in the final and will keep them here for another year, especially after last year's disastrous year. But they've done really well this year. Also in this heat is Swinders, the other person in joint first, who has done so well this year, and really, again, another team that's coming back with a resurgence. Didn't make the final 2 years on the trot, but this year sitting on the brink of their first ever Formula Pi final, which I'm very, very excited about, and as I keep saying, Swinders, you're my favourite. So good luck. And next up, as we said, it is a disappointing final appearance, sadly, for Rasperras dell'Inferno, who were finalists 2 years on the trot, getting a 3rd and a 5th place, and we're looking for their 3rd final, but this year just have been a little bit off the pace in some of the heats and haven't done as well as they were hoping. So this year they're currently sitting in 9th place on 20 points, and as Pico said in the chat, the cut-off is now 32 points with everybody bumped up. So I think that's probably it. So here, Georges, this is it. This is your swan song now, to go out with a bang and just destroy everything and everyone. Set fire to everything. We'd be totally fine with that. We'd have to rebuild the track in a hurry, and we don't have that sort of time or money. So please don't. But we've really enjoyed having you this year. Thank you, and I hope you're coming back next year. It'll be really good to see you. So off you go, Tim. Please launch the robots.
Okay, start the light sequence, please.
So once again, it'll be green, red, green, and it'll be away. And I'm going to keep an eye on my updated leaderboard and see how we're doing. We're off. So, all 5 robots away, everyone bundling into the corner. Swinders and Enigma, the 2 joint first places, sort of nobbling each other there and stopping them from going around the corner, but suddenly catching up, leaving Rasperras dell'Inferno to take the lead, closely followed by the house robot, I think that is. Then Swinders, then Enigma, then Fast Star. This is going to be a fast heat. I can see us getting a lot of laps in here. There's a lot of really quick robots.
Don't curse it.
This is really good start. This is impressive. Everyone's going to be battling for this. I can see Swinders is taking the inside line there, just sneaking around Enigma. Aaron is going to have his work cut out here, keeping up with who is where in this, but it really does look like Swinders and Enigma are going to be battling for this. Every point counts, and this will really help them. Fingers crossed this will be enough for them to get into the top. Goodness, this is going to be tight. Really, really tight here. So, let's see. We're settling in now. Everyone's on 3 laps. All 5 robots very, very close. Rasperras still just edging the lead by maybe a car's length. Enigma right on their tail, then Swinders. Then the house robot, then Fast Star bringing up the rear. Pico says I've gone echo again. I think it's because I got quite excited and I've had to quieten down again and come back into the mic. I think our levels have been messed up, I think, in the great update of last week, probably. Or is it Tuesday night Windows upgrade? I never know. I can never keep up these days. So we're going to see how we get on. Enigma up first. They're now taking the lead. Swinders in 3rd, Rasperras in 2nd. I can see this changing 4 or 5 times before we finish. I can see the lead changing here. This is going to be one of those races where it's just going to chop back and forth for the whole time, but we've had 5 relatively smooth laps from all competitors here, which is brilliant. I love races like this, where everybody just gets on, and there's no set 2. Let's see how we do. So, if things stay the way they are right now, Enigma will get 10 points, which will put them through as first qualifier. Rasperras sadly won't make it because they're not close enough to cut off. Swinders will get 6 points. That'll be 42 points, which will keep them in. And Fast Star, again, they're too far back to count. So this looks like they'll both secure their places in the final if things stay the way they are. I think that is the key here. Anything can happen. Anything could get mixed up, and fingers crossed they'll be able to keep going now. Everyone's still on 9 laps. This is all looking very, very close. Really only half a lap separating all the robots from start to finish. Enigma just taking the slightly faster line, I think, with Rasperras and Inferno and Swinders very close for second and third. They might be swapping over. But if things stay the way they are, it looks like Swinders and Enigma for the final. So hopefully they can just keep going. That's all we've got to do. 6 minutes now. It's settled down quite nicely, this one. Not too busy. Maybe we should talk about special guest. Have they confirmed with you, Tim?
Nine.
Helpful.
I don't remember. Yes and no.
So maybe I shouldn't say anything yet then.
Yeah, let's wait until tomorrow.
Okay, maybe tomorrow then. Hopefully we'll, if you're listening, mystery guest, which they may be. They might be settling down with a beer and relaxing after today's onslaught of busyness. Let us know. You know who you are. Ooh, that sounds mysterious, doesn't it? You know who you are. We've got your number. It'll be great to see you, and please pop in, and so we can have a good old chat and a good old chinwag about, life, the universe, and everything. So everyone's just settled in here. This is really good. So Enigma's holding on to the lead here. Rasperras and Inferno in second place, Swinders in third place, Farstar in fourth place, and the House Robot in fifth place. They're just coming under the camera right now. Enigma looks like they are about to lap the House Robot. They are getting ever close to the back of that robot. The blue flags will be out, telling him to get out of the way. Has he got lights to flash like they do in Fearware? No, I'm coming. I've got the lights. Flash, 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 flash. Makes you go 10% faster, I've heard. As they keep him going. So that's it. Everybody's got their... Rasperras have now taken... Ooh, I think Aaron just slipped then on the button. Oh, has he got a reverse button? I didn't realise he's got a -1 button as well when he makes a mistake. Oh, lovely. I'm very technological now. So we've updated the system so that Aaron has a tablet up there, and every time he sees a robot just pass the line, he can just tap on the robot that he sees pass the line, which is much better than the old paper and pen based system. But yes, Swinders, agree. This is a very nice and clean race. This is really it's really lovely to see races like this where everybody's just beautifully racing, and there's been no wall hits yet, and everyone's been very smooth, and it's very lovely. Enigma still leading this. I think they are just coming round to lap the House Robot there. You can just see under the camera they've lapped the back marker there and pushed him out to the corner. Oh, but the back marker's quick around the corner. They've slipped in front now, and the House Robot has just given the place over. No blue flags in this like Formula 1, telling everyone to get out the way. Also no halos. Don't need any of that rubbish.
No driver to protect.
No driver to protect. No. Only software to weep over at the weekends, like me. Not that I cry over software. I don't really cry over software.
It's one of the good things about autonomous racing is you can get back to the really good old days of really dangerous motorsport.
Yes, that's true. Like the new stuff that we're hoping to do next year. We're hoping to demo next week. Fingers crossed. It's dependent on a machine arriving.
Yeah,
No
dependent on a lot of things, but we're almost there.
No pressure. Pico's saying, I don't understand why with all those cameras you don't automate the lap counters. Yeah, it's difficult to actually recognise the robots on cameras. We do a really, really good job at recognising who's who, and even with the cameras, it's difficult. As you all know, it's difficult to do image recognition at speed, in real time. But the... hopefully next year with the GPS modules that are built into these cars, we will actually be able to automate it. So Aaron will be out of a job.
It will, yes. It will all be automated.
So Aaron will just sit in the corner with a beer, right?
Well, wait till next week.
We're going to need to give him a little safety shield though, by the looks of it. If the demos are anything to go by, he's going to need a little like lead shield to protect him if the cars come flying off the track at him, because that could really hurt. Let's see how we're doing. Enigma on 24 laps now. This is a really big lap count. This could be the biggest lap count of the year. I'm going to put it out there. I think this could be the biggest lap count we've had so far.
I think it's certainly going to be the biggest average amount of laps.
Can we
between
get
all the
over
vehicles.
30 laps? That's the big question. I think it'll be nip and tuck as to whether we'll get over to 30 laps. Good evening, everyone who's just joining the chat. I can see Archie Ropes has joined. Good evening. Hopefully catch up with you at Guild of Makers on Friday, maybe. Tim and I are turning up in Birmingham on Friday to do the Guild of Makers launch. I'll be there talking CAD and general rubbish as usual. If you see us, come and say hello. And then I'll be at Develop 3D on Tuesday. Monday for setup, Tuesday for show. So if you're into 3D printing and additive manufacturing and kind of up-to-date technology when it comes to anything like that, pop in and see us and say hi. It'd be great to see you. This is 28 laps for Enigma. Now, Enigma so far, this series has done 36 laps. Can they double their lap count in one evening? I mean, it's possible. Unlikely at this stage, but possible. This has got to be the highest scoring lap race ever. Everyone's just doing really well. I've literally had no bad commentary here. But can everyone get over 30 laps? That's the question. That'll be the first time we've ever had everyone over 30 laps. We've had people crack it before, but every robot doing more than 30 laps. I have to say that will be a first. That'll be a Formula Pi first. That's what I'm cheering for now. Come on, let's sort this out. So Enigma now closing in on Farstar, closing in on 4th place. So is that it? Is that... Come on, House Robot. Then that'll be it. That'll be everyone over 30 laps, and that will definitely be a Formula Pi first. Right there. 5 robots doing 30 laps. There. Boom. Done. That's really amazing. That's so cool. Who's gone the wrong way? Enigma's now going the wrong way, just to confuse everyone. Oh my goodness, that's Enigma have gone the wrong way and are now bashed into Farstar, just causing chaos in the last 30 seconds of this race. They just turned around and spun up, but that is brilliant. So Enigma have only done 36 laps so far this series. 24 laps so far this series, so they have actually doubled. So I was reading points rather than laps. That's fabulous. So, with a slight strange turn at the end there, in 5th place we have the House Robot with 31 laps. In 4th place, Farstar with 31 laps. That's definitely their best performance to date. That is definitely a way to go out, really smashing the 30 lap barrier. Swinders in 3rd place with 32 laps. Rasperras in 2nd place with 32 laps. And Enigma in 1st place with 32 laps. It's brilliant. They've done so well. So let's clock up these points. So Swinders, 6 points. Enigma, 10 points. Rasperras and Inferno. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. That's made me sad now. And the House Robot doesn't count. Don't care. Right, so I'm going to rearrange my thing. By the looks of it now, this means that... I'm trying to do Excel whilst talking, and I know that I can't. Okay, so... Oh, it's done all my formatting as well. Oh, dearie me. I should just stick to programming. This is the best thing. I should just stick to programming. Right, so as it stands right now, the top 5 robots are Enigma in 1st place with 46 points, Swinders in 2nd place with 42 points, the Halo Goodalls in 3rd with 38 points, Lambda P in 4th place with 32 points, and Team Chesmo on 32 points as well. So they're joint 4th. I haven't got a lap count updated for them, but that means that now 32 points is the cut-off for the final, which means that out of the robots left to go, I think Ecstatic... no, I've missed that. So there's only now IQ Audio could make the jump. If they win their heat, they could get into the final. And if Dino 2 get at least 4 points, that'll pop them into the final. So really only 2 robots now who can go through, and they are both to run tomorrow night. That's my little factoid that I've managed to work out. That was brilliant. That was so good, that race. That last race was absolutely brilliant. smashing the overall combined lap count there of 158 laps off the top of my head. There's the maths. That's brilliant. So good. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We will be back. I need to take a photo of that for posterity because that was really incredible. And I'll update my spreadsheet. And Pico, I will look at your spreadsheet as well. Thank you. And I will try and be the stat meister as well because I've been lacking stats this series because of other pressures. But thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow night, usual time, here again for the last of the heats, and then we'll decide this top 5 once and for all. So good night everyone, and hope you have a good evening. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye.